Please welcome to the stage moderator for our third panel, Putting the Pop Back in Parent Power, Colleen Dipple, CEO of Families Empowered.
Good afternoon. I want to say congratulations to all of the winners here. It's just very inspiring to learn about the work you're doing. I'm going to start with a little quote. I'm going to stand up. I carry around this crazy worn notebook because I'm a weird note taker. And usually they have quotes, but this was very appropriate for today. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success. That's a John D. Rockefeller quote. And for me, that really actually hits on the permissionless piece of the YAS Prize. So sustainable, transformational, outstanding, very important. But what everyone here is doing and what our panelists are doing is engaging in permissionless work on behalf of children and families. And that takes a lot of bravery. And it is not always easy. So congratulations on getting here, and it's just an honor to be here. I'm Colleen Dipple. I am the founder and CEO of Families Empowered. We provide free bilingual school navigation services. That's a mouthful. So we help parents find schools. We provide them with free bilingual services, information, and direct personalized support as they find and choose schools that work best for them. So we don't put our thumb on the scale in terms of which schools work best for parents. We believe parents love their children, that parents are quite capable of making good decisions. We just give them a little bit of support as they figure out what makes the most sense for their families. So I'm very, very honored to moderate a panel on putting the pop back in parent power. I'm going to ask each of you just to describe sort of briefly what your organizations do, and then I've got some personalized questions because I have been taking notes.
Well, my name is Deborah Hendricks, and I am delighted to be here today. And my organization is called Parents Challenge. And certainly we all know that as a parent, we're all challenged in terms of our work. But our organization works with low-income families around their educational choice, whether it be private, public, charter, homeschool, online, hybrid, we don't really care. We just want our parents to be able to support their scholars. The unique aspect of what we do is we don't tell parents where their child should go to school. No one should. But the piece that we do is we provide what we call a parent engagement or parent empowerment component to what we do so that our parents know how to navigate the educational system, but they also know how to navigate life in general, because there are just a number of things that they may encounter. So we have two arms to our program. One is a scholarship grant aspect of whatever choice they've selected, and then the other is the parental engagement component.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Patrick Landry. I'm the president at Notre Dame School in Milwaukee. We are a Catholic school, 3 campuses, kind of a unique model. We have a dual language elementary school. Bobby, I want to talk to you. We have an all-girls middle school, and we have an all-boys middle school serving about 750 children across the south side of Milwaukee. The model is very much rooted in an extended day, extended year program, and very much at the root of the school's founding 28 years ago was the foundational piece that parents are the primary educators of their children.
Good morning. I'm Pam Rogers, and I am the president and head of school at St. Mary's Academy in New Orleans. And we are 157 years old. We are an primarily all-female Catholic school in New Orleans East, which is one of the highest crime areas in New Orleans. Our goal is very simplistic in nature. We care for our young people. We teach them how to be comfortable in any space. We teach them how to navigate the world. We expose them to everything, and we teach them that we are their safe place. Our school provides nursing services. We have counseling services. We have individual tutoring. We have free after-school program. We provide free breakfast, free lunch, and a snack because we know that we're the place that they feel safe. So we represent for them their hopes and dreams, and what we want everyone to know and what we want them to believe is that they can be successful, they will be successful, they will go out, pay it forward, and make a difference. St. Mary's Academy.
Good morning. My name is Trevor Ivey. I'm the proud founder and executive director of Liberty STEAM Charter School in rural Sumter, South Carolina. A lifelong resident of Sumter, South Carolina. And at Liberty STEAM Charter School, I'm getting chills because I'm sitting in front of the Statue of Liberty, which has been eloquently described as this beacon of hope and inspiration. And when we were writing our charter application, we didn't have a name. We knew what we wanted to do was to empower parents to solve a real need in our community, which was the reality that most children stay in Sumter when they matriculate through the K-12 system. And if you don't have a quality educational opportunity that is going to provide for a meaningful living wage to stay in Sumter through something like Liberty STEAM Charter School that's focused on workforce development in our community. The 4 pathways: business technology, industrial technology, engineering technology, and health sciences. And so when talk about parent empowerment, one of our core beliefs is that parents are our partners. And we didn't have a name for our charter school when it was approved, but we knew that we wanted to be a beacon of hope and inspiration in rural Sumter, South Carolina. And so we renamed our charter school from Sumter STEAM Charter School to Liberty STEAM Charter School because we believe through parent empowerment that the pathway to hope and inspiration is the liberty of a true quality public education. Glad to be here.
Great. Well, that warms my heart. So Families Empowered has served, I think I may have said this, over 105,000 families over 15 years. And we've incubated 2 new organizations, actually, with the help of our YAS Prize, in Florida and Arizona. And actually, I founded the organization because I'm a former teacher and a parent myself, and I was really clear as a mom, as a young mom, that I loved my child and I would throw myself in front of a bus for my child. And I think parents get a bad rap as sort of part of the problem. And most parents are working tirelessly day and night to put food on the table and to support their families. And we've given parents incredible choices with the advent of school choice, right? Really unique and interesting choices. Parents who have lots of free time have a lot more ability to understand and navigate those choices. And so I really value and appreciate how much you are committed to viewing parents as partners and as people who matter. So could you just share a little bit about why you do what you do and why the emphasis of family engagement is important to you?
Well, that's at the heart of what we do, is being a parent. And when people ask me, what is your greatest achievement? I tell them, my children. My children are my greatest achievement. And the ability to know that my children are receiving the best for them is important. So when we think about our parents are our partners in this effort. You are your child's first teacher. That's what we tell them. And it is important that you understand how to make sure that your child receives the best education. And that might be a different path for you than someone else. So we don't want any of our parents to feel that they are lesser than, or they don't have the ability to provide the best education for their child. So we don't tell them where their child should go, but we do say that is that the best educational option for your child? And if it is, fantastic. So if it's the neighborhood school, send them to the neighborhood school. If it's a charter school, a private school, an online school, send them there. But we also want to make sure that you understand that you need to support them in this journey. So we give them the tools to do that. We ask our parents what they need. We don't tell our parents what we're going to give them, because that, certainly for low-income families, that's always the case. We're going to give you this, and we're going to give you this, and you need to do this, and you need to do it our way. No, we give our parents choice in everything that we do. So our parent empowerment sessions that we offer to our families, they have told us that these are the types of educational options or educational sessions that they need. So we need a session on learning styles, or on autism, or on college and career readiness. And then we go in the community and find those resources and bring them back to our families. Then they can choose what sessions they go to. So we provide 20 to 30 educational sessions throughout the year, and we partner with them. And they only have to attend 6 of them, but I would say that probably 90% of our families attend probably 50 or 60% of those sessions. Why? Because there's information in there to help them be better parents and for them to support their young people.
Great.
So Milwaukee's the birthplace of school choice, and that was an important part of our family's story. My dad, who was a loving but sometimes curmudgeonly gentleman, was at the time very upset with the public school options in Milwaukee. I grew up in the city there, and for our family, the Catholic school was the best option. And I remember being withheld from school for delinquent tuition payments when my parents struggled, and the feelings of embarrassment, and my dad kind of saying, you know, we're paying taxes. I don't know why we can't take some of this to give you kids a great education and not have to scrap and struggle and sacrifice.
Yeah.
And so that personal story for me has been really critical, having grown up in Milwaukee and now serving at a school where 96% of the children qualify for the Milwaukee and Wisconsin voucher. My younger brother was able to access that voucher to attend the high school of his choice in Milwaukee. And so from a very fundamental experience as a child and through my family, the opportunity and the importance of empowering parents to choose the best school for their children has been such an important piece of my story. From Notre Dame, I mean, it's the name itself is Our Mother, Our Lady. So family as partners, but also as a fundamental first educators, not only in those early years, but every year we have a covenant ceremony at the beginning of the year where the families, the children, and the staff all sign a covenant. And number one on that covenant is recognizing that parents are the primary educators of their children. And every Mass, every week, at every campus, that bushel of covenants are brought up as a foundational piece of what we do. And so from not only a personal story in a particular geographic location where parent choice has been so important to so many families, but also through our school's growth and history, that's just a little bit about us.
We have a little bit different than the two of you. We develop opportunities for our families and grandparents to become a part of who we are at St. Mary's Academy. They are a part of the St. Mary's family. And so with that in mind, we create with them activities that parents are responsible for so that they are really in the mix of their child's education. So we do have workshops for them that they all come to, but we have activities that they create and that they are proud of, and that their young people are proud of seeing them there. And so we feel that holistically, we educate the entire family, and we bring out the skill set of the parents as well as those skill sets of the young people. And so that has been a great part of our work and a great part of the success that we have with our young people.
Why do I do this work? For multiple reasons. I was not afforded like many of you have alluded to earlier in your opening comments in previous panels, a good upbringing. Both of my parents didn't graduate from high school. We lived in poverty. We didn't know what was coming next. And school was not a safe place for me. And I always wanted to change that. I knew that my ticket out to a better life that my mom and my dad provided for me and my siblings was to do well in school. And having that opportunity to be a teacher, to be a principal, and then to be afforded some great educational experiences with folks like Karen Mapp and Sarah Lawrence Lightfoot at Harvard University really taught me the importance of valuing parents as our partners and putting two and two together to realize that at the end of the day, most parents are not engaged in their child's education because they have ghosts that they are bringing to schools each and every day. And so what can we do in our schools and our organizations to build capacity, to build relational trust? That's the glue that holds it together. And so when we recruit families at Liberty STEAM Charter School, we make it a point to be that proof point, to go out, do neighborhood block walks, knock on the doors of the parts of our community that most folks would not dare to step foot in, to bring those children and those parents into a warm, loving environment where we're making the impossible possible. We are being the joy, and we are urgently pursuing excellence. It's all about relational trust. And so I want you to just imagine this with me. Right? We have 3 campuses. We're about to open our 3rd campus. We have 731 scholars that we serve in grades K through 4. We have a wait list of 1,489 scholars right now just for this school year. We only had 167 spots this past year. We have so much demand that we hold our lottery 1 year in advance, and in December for the following year. So I tell our staff each and every year, they get admitted the first Monday in December, the clock starts. They're ours. And we have to build that partnership through them by not telling them right away, this is the Liberty way, this is what you have to do. Don't you know we have the 1,000,000-word reading challenge? Don't you know that you're supposed to do X, Y, Z? But it's all about building relational trust by having hopes and dreams sessions, going into their homes, meeting them at other safe spaces that they may choose. But that's the first conversation that we have with them. And I think if my parents had that opportunity, if others had that opportunity, where would scholars be? And so through building relational trust is a foundation of what we do at Liberty STEAM Charter School.
Great. So now I know why I am moderating this panel. When I got the list, I've known Deborah, full disclosure. The parent navigator, parent support space is not massive. Lots of people just don't work with parents. And Deborah and I have talked many times over the years. I was so pleased to see her on the panel. And I must also admit that I'm a fangirl of St. Mary's, and I have my daughter watch 60 Minutes, but I now know why you all are on this, Patrick and Trevor. Families Empowered, we view parents as our customers. So a core goal, core value is customer service. I am a nerd, I take notes. This is what I just heard. And I'm like, I found kindred spirits. I heard about transparency, leading by listening, the word trust, and to me, dignity and respect for families is really important. If we're gonna lift up communities and lift up children, we have to provide dignity and respect to all of the caregivers, and parents are, someone said on earlier, primary. So I'm so grateful to know you all. I'd love for you just to, in our last few minutes, share the challenges you face today. And I'll start with Deborah and we can go down.
So you don't want to constantly keep saying, well, since COVID, but since COVID, many of our families struggled during that time period. And some of our students were on vacation for 2 years, literally trying to navigate this space. So a lot of our families didn't have technology. We had to provide them laptops and so forth. They were hotspots all over the place, trying to make sure that they could stay up with the learning. But since then, some of the mental health type issues in terms of just being able to understand all of the dynamics of what's going on. We've had many that have switched schools and things of that nature. So really just trying to be a voice for them and making sure that they know we're here to help them navigate whatever challenges that they're facing.
I think one of the challenges is when you want to wrap your arms around these families, a big percent of our student population are recent arrivals. And there's just a challenge of where is the place that the school plays in basic needs, and when does that become something that is too big for us to tackle on housing and food insecurities and things of that sort. So the challenges that the homes are feeling, I think we feel really intensely in trying to figure out our place and our role.
We have a number of challenges, and I have to take you back 19 years ago to Hurricane Katrina, which created a number of individuals with mental health issues, and we are now seeing that in many ways because we have children who are products of families of Hurricane Katrina who have not been loved and cared for because parents were trying to rebuild their homes, and then along came COVID and compounded many of those mental health issues. We have a counselor and a part-time counselor on board, but we also have challenges recruiting teachers to our school because we don't receive all of the benefits and resources that many schools receive, and we can't pay them as much. And so my list could go on, but I see our seconds are running out, so I'm gonna toss it. All right, Trevor.
Single-handedly, the greatest challenge that we face at Liberty STEAM Charter in our 4th year of existence is just meeting the community demand. We have communities in our Tri-County area that want us to come and to replicate the amazing success that we've had in just 4 years. We know at the end of the day that we're doing something magical at Liberty STEAM Charter. We know that we're actually solving a problem in our community. We have children that want to be doctors, nurses. They want to be the next frontline at Continental and Mechatronics with robotics. We have folks that want to develop apps. And so community demand is big. We have no space. We just broke ground on our 3rd campus just a couple of days ago for our next expansion. But we have other communities that want us to come. We know the need is great. We know that the sense of urgency is now, but being able to meet that demand is a significant challenge.
Well, thank you all for everything you do for your community and for parents and for elevating whole families.